Imagine Earth as an apple. If we cut our apple in half, we can see that it has 3 layers: the skin, the flesh, and the core. Earth has 3 layers too: the crust, the mantle, and the core. Just like the apple. Okay, Brenda, so this is what I've heard. If we imagine that the apple is the Earth, we cut it in half, then we can see 3 layers. They tell me that the Earth has 3 layers too. It has a crust, and a mantle, and a core. But how do we know? Have you ever seen the inside of the Earth? No, I haven't either. I wonder if anyone has. Hey guys, have you ever seen the inside of the Earth? You know, like the mantle and the core?
No.
No? Nobody? Okay. Right. Hi Jess. Hi Brian. Hey, have you guys ever seen the inside of the Earth? You know, like the core and the mantle? No?
No.
I haven't seen it myself, but I've seen data from seismic stations. You should talk to a geophysicist.
Oh, okay, thanks. Hey Rebecca, so my friend Brian told me that I needed to ask a geophysicist how we see the layers of the Earth.
Okay, great. Well, so what we do is we set up these experiments called seismic surveys, and basically we put these little things called geophones into the ground. You can see they have a little bouncing mechanism here, and we put these all along the line, or however you want to display it, and then you create a big source of noise, so an explosion or hitting the ground really hard with a hammer, something like that, to create this source. And as those sound waves travel through the Earth, they come up here, this thing bounces and receives the sound. And we can use that to create a model, such as what's shown here, and you can see every time there's a reflecting layer, it'll be shown up through here. And this is how we can use this model to look at what the Earth's layers look like.
So where are the Earth's layers in there, Rebecca?
So everywhere you see one of these little lines, this represents a different layer, a different reflecting layer here. It's all along here, and we can figure out if it's the boundary between the crust and mantle, or if it's the boundary between sediments. We can figure all that out.
Wow. So no one's actually seen the inside of the Earth?
No, unfortunately not, but we can create these awesome models so that we can estimate what it looks like.
Hey, thanks so much.
Yeah.
Hi, Dr. Soreghan.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
Can you explain to me what a model is?
A model. Well, a model is just a simplified picture of some part of the real world. It helps us tell a story, usually. We use them to try to predict something. We use them to try to explain something. We use them to try to see the relationships between things. They can be as simple as a set of balls to represent the solar system.
Okay.
Varying sizes. In my introductory class in geology, I use silly putty as a model because it does a good job of simplifying how the crust behaves if you do something to it. So you can use a model to test different things.
Okay.
For example, if I take silly putty and I pull it fast, it breaks.
Yeah.
If I take silly putty but I bend it slowly, it stretches. So it acts kind of like the Earth. And we can explore different ways to tug or to tear at the silly putty.
Okay.
We can use mathematical equations for models because they can help us predict things. And then a bunch of mathematical equations together turn out to be computer models. Where we predict the weather or those sorts of things. So a model is a simplification.
Okay.
And it helps us explain or predict. It helps us ask questions, and that's what we like to do in science.
That makes a lot of sense. So, what wouldn't be a model?
Well, all models are simplifications. So if you try to build a model that's so complex that it really is the real thing, then it's not a model anymore. So a rock is the real thing. This would not be a model. But if we glued a bunch of jelly beans together, then that would be a model of a rock.
Oh, well that makes a lot of sense. Thanks, Dr. Soreghan.
You're welcome.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
So our globe is actually a three-dimensional model, and our apple is another three-dimensional model, but even simpler. The maps in these drawers are also models. They're just two-dimensional. But this is not a model. This is real.
I've learned, Brenda, that our apple is a model, and that those layers of the earth, the pictures that we see, they're a model too. So,
I guess no one has journeyed to the center of the earth.
no, not at all. It's a pretty tasty model, Brenda. You want a piece?
These surface rocks might be mudstone or granite if they hadn't been buried so deep